Now the first thing I have installed is the power supply with a couple of the cables routed. Now as you can see, there's still the fan controller cables and everything that hangs over the top here, so it is a bit messier. That is one thing I would like this type of case, you know, to have some kind of pre-managed routing for the fan cables. Now the next thing I installed was the motherboard. To install the motherboard, you will need to put standoff screws on the bottom 2 rows. They do have it labeled for either micro ATX or regular ATX, so but standoffs will need to be installed, then the motherboard can be screwed in. I also pre-installed the SATA cables because these top two are hot swappable drives, so I was able to put the cables in before I even have the hard drives installed. And then as far as the fan, I just kind of extended the wires a little and twist tied them up into the ODD bay here, so there's a little bit of cable management with the fan wires, but there is a limited amount of length here that you have, as you can see. So now hard drive installation, if you have 3.5-inch hard drives, is pretty easy. These just slide out, their tension in there, so you slide them out and they already have the little screws already in them. All you do is you just line up the hard drive screws and then bend the opposite side so they snap into place here, and that's it. It's in, it's secure, and then you just slide it into your bay. Now installing the optical drive, all you do is you unscrew the little tension clip here, and then push in the optical drive, and then you do have to kind of line up the holes, which they have a little row on the bottom here where you can see the bottom set of holes, because usually on an optical drive you have 2 sets of holes parallel to each other. So you just make sure they're kind of in the same area, and then you just screw this down here and it will line up the top holes, and pegs will go into place right there. And then the last things installed were my expansion cards. I have my GPU here. There is a TV tuner right up here on the top, and then a secondary audio card at the bottom. And that is the install for the Xigmatek Pantheon.